to my channel. My name is TK Hlongwane. If you are new here, I hope you will stick around so that you can enjoy this content and hopefully subscribe, like, and leave a comment and be part of this awesome family. I'm really happy to have you here. If you are a regular, I want to thank you so much because you guys are the reason that I have this channel, that I keep it going and everything like that. So I really appreciate it from the bottom of my heart that you guys choose over and over again to check what I've got out. Today is a video very much dedicated to you guys because I've got a lot of new subscribers. About 2 weeks ago, I finally reached my 1,000 milestone, or 3 weeks maybe, milestone, and it's a big deal, right? I've had this thing, the get to know me tag before, I think when I started the channel, but the reason I had that one was specific to what I wanted the channel to be all about. So initially I wanted the channel to be beauty and wellness channel, which it is still a lot of beauty and wellness in my sit downs, but you know, I've evolved. There's still a lot of vlogs and other things that I'm exploring. Therefore I feel like it's a good time to reintroduce myself, but let you guys be in control of that, because my previous one, which I will link in my description, was more about why I have authority to talk about things related to beauty, you know, because I have experience. That's all the experience I have is in the beauty industry. And if you are interested in that, I'll definitely link it and you can check it out. I would appreciate if you go back to that. Today, it's all about you. So you guys, 3 weeks ago, I asked you guys to send me questions that you'd like me to answer. And today is the day that I answer those questions for you. All right. They were quite hectic. You guys, yes, see, I know every time I ask you for something, you go in. You don't do one-liners. You just do full sentences, essays, and everything like that. But you know what? I'm going to honor your wishes and answer as many questions as I possibly can. Right, let's see. I'm gonna start with this first one. It is from Nokwanda Ngudlwa. All right, I hope I'm saying it right. So she said, "Hi TK, hello Nokwanda. I'm one of your new subbies, still catching up on older videos. Thank you, girl. Can you please share your skincare routine morning and evening? How do you maintain your beautiful skin?" Well, thank you for the compliment. I have a few videos on skincare routine that I've created for you guys. Some are just only for skincare and others are part of the vlog. So if you look at my old videos, you'll definitely see one that is just for skincare, whether it's a morning routine or evening routine. And then also in my vlogs, if there is a skin routine in my vlog, I would have titled a bit of that in there. So you can just check those out to see. Okay, but in future I'm working on doing a playlist so that I can just make sure every type of video I create has its own playlist for easy navigation for you guys. Right, and thanks for the compliment once again. The next one is from Jesus and Food. Are you living the life you've always dreamed of? Also, what motivates you to get up every morning? Sure, what a loaded question. Am I living the life that I've always dreamed of? No, not really. No, I'm not. I can't even remember the life I used to have, you know, or I dreamt of before, because so much has changed in my life, you know. Life has had a few things happen to me or through me, whatever, which has made me change the course of my life a little bit, or a lot actually. Has humbled me as well, you know, humbled me in a sense, not coming from the top and going down, but has humbled me mentally, where I realized that we may have dreams of what we want to do and everything like that, but it doesn't always work out that way. And it's okay. Find another way. It's never too late to start something new. So for me, I wouldn't say I'm living the life I've always dreamed for, but in terms of tangible. But the life I've always dreamed for had a lot of peace. And in my own space, guys, I have so much peace. I enjoy waking up in the morning to this space, coming back home. As much as I live alone, I look forward to coming home. You know what I'm saying? I've created a safe haven for myself, you know, and for that, I would say that I am living a life that I have dreamed of in terms of having peace. However, with regards to other things that I wanted to accomplish, maybe financially or whatever, I'm definitely not there yet. All the traveling that I want to do, my passport is collecting dust and everything like that. But I know those dreams will come true and everything like that. But yeah, no, I'm not really living the ideal life that I thought I would live in my 40s. But life has revolved and I've been given a new opportunity to recreate my life, and I'm doing that. So yeah, I'm pretty cool. Then the next one was also, what motivates you to get up every morning? I don't know how to answer this question, because I know with parents, usually they'll say that children, I don't have that or anything like that. However, what motivates me is me. I really love myself, and I want to give myself the best opportunities in life as possible. So the idea that God has given me another day to live, and I need to make the most out of it, that's what motivates me. You know what I'm saying? And I want to share this as awesomeness with the rest of the world. Like, as much as I'm in, what do they call it, ambivert, where you're just both introvert and extrovert, and there's a lot of introvert in me. I'm a loner much of the time, but I love being, when I'm out there, to be my best, and I want people to experience the best of me. So when I know I've got an opportunity for someone to realize love, to feel love, to experience kindness through me, those are the things that really get me excited to start the day, that, oh, there's another day to experience what God has for me, and also to be a blessing to someone. So it's like that. I don't think it's that deep for me. I'm just like, I'm here, I need to make the most out of it, and everything like that. I'd say that's what motivates me. Opportunity for another day, really. I don't know, yeah. Next one is from Louisa Motoa. Hi, Louisa. She says, hi, TK. I enjoyed watching The Date with Your Dad. I would like to see more of him in this channel if possible. So if you don't know what she's talking about and you need to look down in my videos. Last year, September, my birthday. So my birthday vlog. And in my day, I spent some time on a date with my dad. And, that was the most watched vlog. And it was also a lot of engagement from people, because people really enjoyed having to see my dad and everything in that. So yeah, I don't know if I can have more of him. If it happens, then you guys will see it, but I'm not going to promise you anything. He stole my shine on that video, so no, we can't be competing. Somebody then piggybacked on this question. So this one is from T Team Jali. Hi, hello. She says, yes, for another Brasem edition. So my dad's name is Brasem. Says, I'd like to know what life lessons you learned from our daddy Sam. Maybe share 3. I always get a sense that your dad has made a huge impact in your life and molded you, especially as far as relating to males and how firm you are. Yo? Solo. This is a lot, yes. So what have I learned from my dad? Having been raised by my dad, right? And stepmom, but the biological is my dad. He taught us independence without saying the words. So I see that with my siblings, especially the females, because with females, it's easy to think there's going to be a man who looks after you. But when I look at my older sister, look at my younger sister and myself, I see independence. You know what I'm saying? Yes, life can knock you out, but we get up and do what we need to do, by trying our best to, do what we have to do. Actually, I have a story for you to tell you guys. So when I was still in my tertiary, right? I was studying somatology, and I was obviously a full-time student, all that jazz, going back home. I wasn't staying at Res or anything like that. And then in my second year, I looked for a job in Foschini in Menlyn in Pretoria. In the cosmetic department. So I was generic, serving with all the counters. This was, I think, 2002, 2003, somewhere there. And I got my job, and I was working all weekends and everything like that. It was exciting. And I remember on Monday morning, now it was back to normal routine of going to school. Monday, I get up, and as usual, I used to knock at my dad's door, and he'll give me money for transport, for taxi fare. Guy looked at me and said, no, you're working now. I'm not giving you money. That experience I'll never forget. You know what I'm saying? Because first of all, how do you know I got paid already? And luckily, back in the days, we used to get paid daily. So luckily I had money, but also luckily I did not misuse the money over the weekend. So I did have money to take myself to school. But basically, that was the last time my dad basically gave me money for anything, if I can think of it, in terms of going to work and everything like that. I think only in my last year, when we were doing in-service training at some point, because some companies were not paying, that's when then he gave me money for taxi again. But yeah, that time he was like, hey girl, you've got money, you're working now, so yeah, all the dreams I had of buying clothes and nice things for myself while I'm studying, yeah, they had to like, because now this money was going for transport. So for me, I think that was one of the things my dad taught me about independence. But also at the same time, I think one time talking to my dad many years ago when I wanted to live home, when I was telling him that I'm going to leave, I want to have my own place. And he said to me, his prayer is that we get husbands who can look after us, you know? And I think also he got that sense with my ex-husband that he'd be able to look after me. That was important for him, that someone who can look after us financially, but at the same time, he taught us to be independent. So I think that helped us, so that you know that when life knocks you, you're sorted. But when you have a man, that he can be there and, you know, take care of the other needs that you may have and everything like that. That is the main lesson. The other one is he taught us God. That should have been number one. That's all I know in my life, God, praying to Jesus Christ, leaning on the Holy Spirit to help me through this thing called life. So I think that's the biggest thing my dad has taught me. God, God, God. We pray about everything. When you're going through the hardest part, you pray about it. When life is good, we thank God. You know, also faith. I learned faith from home. You know what I'm saying? That you can pray that something happens in your life and it will happen. You know what I'm saying? So going through school, you know, having to take 5 children to school. We went through school. All of us have a tertiary education through faith. You know, just my dad just believed, you know, that God will make a way. And we've all carried that you got to have faith, you know, in this thing called life. So yeah, that's number 2. I can't think of the third lesson. There must be many. And then Tulu also here said she gets a sense that my dad had a huge impact because she sees how I relate to males and how firm I am. Yes, I was raised in a very strict household, but also when it comes to males, having had a present father, I think helped me a lot in terms of knowing that, you know what, I don't need to be, how can I put it? I was not looking at a father figure in a man, you know? So all the mistakes that I've made in relationships had nothing to do with the idea that I was looking for a father in a guy, you know what I'm saying? So I think that helped me a lot, to have a present father who was there, but also the firmness, you know what I'm saying, that I'm sorted. I've got a father, you know. You're not doing me a favor. I'm good where that is concerned as a man and everything like. And confidence. I'm quite a confident person where men are concerned. Yes, I've had issues where emotionally, you know, some people were able to get to me and break me for a moment. But in general, I think my relationship with men is on a very confident front. But I'm still a very feminine but confident woman, if that makes sense. So I think my dad definitely played a huge part on that. Okay, let's move on to the next questions. I have here Tami Bukaba. Hey TK, new Sabi here from Auntie T's channel. Welcome, Tami. My questions are as follows. What is your proudest accomplishment? What is the most irrational superstition you have? And how would your friends describe you? Yo, Tami, you had time, hey, to think. They are also different. Anyway, excuse me, I'll start with the first one. What is your proudest accomplishment? I can't think of one. I think if you asked me this question 10, 15 years ago, I would have probably told you about something that's tangible. It could have been maybe my career. It could have been other things that are tangible that you can see. But right now, I think my biggest accomplishment is my character, my ability to bounce back. I recently have said, you know what, I really have 9 lives because I think I'm on my 4th. And I've prayed to God that we're done with bouncing back. Can we just go for it now? And I feel like we're there. He's given me a break, and even though life can be challenging, but I don't feel like I'm taking steps back, you know. But I think that is what I'm most proud of, that I have the ability to bounce back. You know, life has showed me so many flames that some I don't even talk about, even in my close circle, whether it's family or friends. But when I look at myself, I'm like, girl, you don't look like what you've gone through. Not that I'm promoting going through the most, because it's not fun and we shouldn't promote it, because it's not cute to be crying and to having to rebuild yourself or anything like that. But when I look back, I just know that, you know, nothing can faze me, even though I can go through a tricky situation. But I really know how to start over. I know how to bounce back, and it's an X factor that I carry with me. You know, it's that special thing that, for me, like starting over, it's like doesn't scare me. I see a lot of people who find themselves in difficult situations, and they'll stay because they don't want to start over. I mean, I'm here, a 41-year-old who had to start over so many times, you know, and the most recent being 3 years ago, and here we are, flourishing, starting even YouTube channels. The second question was, what is the most irrational superstition you have? I don't. I think the thing of being raised in a only Christian family, and even in my bigger family, like my dad's family, it's Christian, so there's no superstition thing that gets, because I feel like superstition is carried. You hear about someone having a certain superstition and you believe it and you will go with it. So I've never paid attention to that, because my parents were definitely against being superstitious, so I don't have any. How would your friends describe you? I like this question. How would my friends describe me? Because I'm not guessing. These are the things that they've told me. And many times. So often by my friends, I am described, English. They describe me as a calm person. And even you guys have described me as calm. So I'm very calm. I always say that if I would talk about spirit animals, my spirit animal would be a duck, right? So on the first surface, I'm very floating, you know, easy, but inside there could be things happening, you know, like ducks, they said they'll be like paddling, but you don't just see them floating on water. And I think for me, that is the person that I am. But also a duck is what animal that can also fly. I mean, doesn't fly high, but it's also able to fly, you know what I'm saying? And for me, that describes the talents. I'm very multi-talented, and I explore all my talents, you know, so yeah. But back to the thing, the first thing they would say is that I am calm. And you guys have seen it as well. They say I am courageous and brave, so I'm very comfortable to do my own thing. That's one thing about me. From the career I chose, I didn't know anyone in the beauty industry. And once I was studying and there was an option to go into more the, what is the word? The spa vibes and everything like that, I chose to do makeup instead and go into the retail environment, which I felt is something that I enjoyed more, you know. There's a lot of things, you know. I remember my younger sister once said to me, and it wasn't the first time, she says, I'm okay with doing my own thing and I don't need validation from others, which I thought was interesting because I've never viewed it as that way. But yeah, I'm very comfortable to do my own thing. I don't like being stressed by others. So if you stress me, I'm gonna find a way to do something else that is contrary to what you're trying to make me do, because I'm like, I will do our own thing. So yeah, definitely I'm courageous and brave. And then how else would they describe me? I don't take nonsense. A lot of my friends actually think I'm super strict. I think I've softened over the years, but yes, my personality is strict. I love fun. I like, you know, being happy. But yeah, in my circle, I'm strict. I don't think my teams or my colleagues, because my colleagues see me as a softie, so they would think people are lying when they say I'm strict, because I am very strict. And then what would they also say? They'll say I'm time conscious. Everybody, my family and in my friends, you know, they know that I'm very time conscious. I am generally never late, and everything like that. Like, people will apologize like so much when they meet me, because chances are I'm gonna be there before them. But I've seen a lot of people in my life now making an effort to be on time, which I appreciate, you know, and everything like that. Yeah, so those are some of the ways. Yeah, calm, brave, time conscious, you know, and everything like that. Yeah, others will say I'm giving. There's a lot of things. Also, one thing that my friends, you know, when I was turning 30, I did like a small dinner with people who had played a huge part in my last in my 20s, right? And those were my friends and my sister. And around the table, the thing that was consistent that people were saying is that I will hold you accountable. I'm the perfect accountability partner. Because if you say you want to do XYZ, I'm going to follow up. I'm going to check on you and everything like that. I'm doing less of that now because I feel like people are going through a lot. And if I go into beast mode of holding people accountable, I don't want to be the reason they have depression, because now they're not meeting, their goals, because now I'm holding them accountable. But yeah, definitely that's something that when you tell me something, I feel the need to follow up, because why else would you tell me if I'm not going to check on you? Okay, let's see what else we have here. I told you there's a lot. There is a lot. Okay, then here we've got Lady T. She's asking, and Lady T here, she's a day one. Lady T, you've been a supporter of this channel for so long, so thank you so much, Lady T. Where are you originally from, and where are you currently based? So I'm originally from Pretoria, from Mamelodi to be exact. So Gwiana moms. Yeah, that is me, a Pretoria 012 girl. And then I'm currently east of Johannesburg. I can't believe I'm actually going to be 10 years next year, and I'm not planning to stay here any longer. So Lord hears me. This, I think, is my last year in the east of Johannesburg. But yeah, life brought me this side, and yeah, I've been here since 2014 in the east of Johannesburg. And then the second one is also from Lady T, say career moves, when, how you started. Okay, career moves, there is a whole video with that, so I will link my video of get to know me, which was all about my career. But 99% of my career hasn't been in beauty, so it's been whether it's retail, corporate. Right now it's corporate. I've lectured as well in beauty, so that's me. I've also done a little bit of radio. I've done personal training as well. So I'm that girl. When I said I'm multi-talented and I'll explore all things, definitely I will do that. And the last question is, what made you give your life to Christ? You know what? I was born in that environment, so I wouldn't say what made me. That's all I knew, and that's what I still choose as a form of worship. Christianity works for me. I love it. And I think sometimes people, when they see how open I am to other religions, they assume that maybe, I want to explore. No, I just believe that people must do what they want. I'm gonna live my Jesus life here. And if you come over, great. That's just how I am and everything. But so I can't say what made me give my life to Christ. That's what I was given, and that's what I enjoyed and still enjoy to practice. But yeah, I've been baptized since I was 13 years old, so I've been in the industry for long. All right, and then Komoto S says, you mentioned you have a blog, so I'm guessing you are a reader too. Top 3 books that really changed your outlook on life, or that you plain enjoyed for entertainment. It can be fiction or non-fiction. I love this question so much. So I'm gonna give you one, okay, my favorite book, right? I quote it a lot. It's by Kagiso Msimango, okay? That book changed my life, guys. I got it, I think 7 years ago. That book changed my life, guys. As a woman, it's called The Goddess Bootcamp by Kagiso Msimango. She's got 2 other books. I've bought all of them, but the first one that I'm talking about, Kagiso, The Goddess Bootcamp, it talks about femininity. It talks about the things that women do that sabotage us, how our way of thinking, how we are manifestors, because how we have been creators is to receive, and to create, but we are not channeling that, because the society has almost taken our power, because we don't even know the power that we have. There's something I've mentioned to you guys before about compliments and women not being good with taking compliments. And I read it from this book where she made an example where when a woman is being complimented, she'll try and downplay whatever is being complimented. So for instance, if today you said, oh, your makeup is so beautiful, my answer could have been, oh, really? And I did it in such a rush. Instead of saying, oh, thank you. Or your earrings are beautiful. I was like, oh, these ones, I bought them from Mr. Price, that's all downplaying, you know. She also taught me in the book about gratitude, how a lot of the times, you know, how gratitude creates more, you know. So the more you're thankful for, the more good things come your way, you know. And that's a principle that a lot of people are aware of. But what I loved about that book and what it taught me about gratitude says gratitude is not a situation where you are just grateful in terms of, at least, I'll make an example. So let's say I don't know how to explain it. Okay, let's say like I had food to eat, right? I looked at my fridge and I didn't like what I saw, right? And my gratitude would be, this food in the fridge, I don't want it, but at least I've got food. That is not coming from a place of gratitude. It's coming from a place of comparison. Where if you are really grateful, you see that you say, my fridge is filled with food and I am so grateful that I have an income that provides me the ability to buy food that I choose, because the food that isn't there, chances are you bought them, you chose them, right? Whether you're in the mood for them or not today is a different story. But gratitude should come from such a pure place and not a place of comparison. So those are some of the key things I learned from that. I've passed on that book to so many people, but I think only one person understood the message in it. Everyone else couldn't quite get it, also because it's not easy, especially for Christians, because she's not a Christian, and sometimes she makes example of things that, you know, will make an example in a Christian thing, and you might be offended if you're like that, you know. But I believe in life, you must take the message and forget all the other things that you don't want from whatever being said and everything like that. So that's my favorite book that I've ever read. The other one would be Conversations with God. I read the whole book, so thick, but it really played a huge part in the relationship that I have with God now and how I view God. And for me, that has been like, whoa, amazing, right? The third book is definitely fiction. Yeah. I love Zakes Mda's books. I get his sense of humor. I just love it. I love it so much. I forgot which one is the last one that I read. But I'm gonna put it up here for you guys to view it and everything like that. But yeah, definitely Zakes Mda is the guy. Actually used to have a book club when we were in Pretoria. We used to call it Beauty and Brains. So it was all the girlies and the guys in retail, because we're in the beauty industry, and the brains was for reading books. So yeah, that was a good time. But it, you know, the older you get, it becomes harder to commit to these things. So yeah, those are my favorite books. And then Call Me Kathy says, I fell in love with you from Auntie T's channels. Haven't looked back since. Okay. So she's not asking a question. Thank you, Call Me Kathy. I really hope that you will enjoy your stay here. Then let's say Sino_K. She says, advice for a 30-year-old struggling with being single and content. Okay. Being single and content. You know what's the easiest thing? You need to really enjoy your own company. You need to start there, and don't see your being yourself being loneliness. Don't see it as being like leprosy, like something like you've got an infection or something is wrong with you, because there's nothing wrong with being single. Let's start there. Yes, God created us for companionship, but he didn't say that if you don't have a companion, something is wrong with you. So I think we just need to remove that singleness is not loneliness, right? But being content, how you become content is getting to understand yourself more, doing things that you like. I find that, you know, even when we talk about hobbies and stuff like that, a lot of people don't explore things by themselves. Like for instance, in my circle of friends, I'm the only person who generally enjoys hiking. I now have an acquaintance who loves hiking, and I think that we're gonna be good. At least I'm gonna have a hiking buddy. But from my people, nobody's crazy about hiking like I am. But I had to discover that for myself. I one day said, I think I'll enjoy hiking, and I did it. And therefore, I find myself going on hikes with strangers because it works for me. But I think if we wait for a relationship, you don't get to explore the things that you like. Because what if Lena, he has no hobbies? You're gonna bore each other because you guys didn't explore things by yourself. But when you come together, you all have things that you like. He or she will introduce you. to something, and then you'll also be introduced to something else. So enjoy your own company. Start creating memories by yourself with strangers, then you'll be content. When the person comes into your life, they will find somebody who's whole, and you haven't been waiting them to complete you, if I can put it that way. So yeah, as much as I say I love being in a relationship and I want to be in a relationship, however, I do enjoy being single a lot. Okay, then Makoto Mabote, another day one. She says, what are your aspirations for your career in the next few years? Hey, Makoto, you're asking a very difficult question, hey? I know it sounds wrong for a 41-year-old to say that. I used to be that person who had plans. 5 years, this year. I've even been practicing speeches when I get awards. But what life has taught me is that there's a saying that I really love called, be open to what may happen next. And I believe that saying says me a lot, to be open to where life can lead me. You know what I'm saying? And having said that, yes, I'm in the beauty, retail, corporate space right now. I am looking at something that might change my career a little bit. Hopefully, maybe either going to marketing or into training. But lately it's moving towards the marketing part. So if I do go into that, I'll definitely come back and tell you guys on my channel, but that is where I see it happening. Then in my YouTube channel, which is also a career, I really want to grow it, be like really one of those over 40 prominent YouTubers who are making good money, decent money, where I do have an option whether I want to resign from my current job or not, because I enjoy creating content. I'm a creative person and I love trying different things and everything like that. So definitely YouTube, I want it to grow and to be what it needs to be, Also blogging, as you guys may know, I write. I want that to really do well. One day to even write a book. So those are the things. I also, in fashion as well, there's this dream and vision I've had with regards to fashion that is very specific to the kind of market that I want to have. And I hope one day I will definitely be brave to go towards that line and that it will be profitable and everything. So yeah, that's where I am, where career is concerned. And maybe even go back to radio on maybe weekends or something like that, because I've dabbled in that a bit and I enjoyed it. So yeah, I would definitely want to give it a try. Right, another day one, Pumzile Nkomo. She's asking, what is your most guiltiest pleasure? Okay, I don't know if I have a guilty pleasure. Do I? Food. Food. Like, I love delicious food. I can spend money unnecessary on food. When I look at my bill, like my bank statement end of the month, most of the things usually come back from buying food, not even from clothes. I can go months without buying clothes. I can go months without buying stuff for the house. But yeah, I think food is a thing. Another guilty pleasure, if I was not in this industry, I believe that fragrances and skincare would be my guilty pleasure, because I love skincare and I love fragrances. And I think that it would be one of those things that I keep collecting and enjoy having. Another guilty pleasure, definitely homeware. I love buying stuff from my home, and I've had to stop myself now because I'm like, okay, there's no need, just chill a little bit. And when the time comes, if when I do decide to move, find the right place where I want to move to, then I can be creative again and start spending money for homeware stuff. But yeah, I'd say those are my guilty pleasures. I don't know if there's anything else. Yeah, okay. Leveling Up with Lerato says, are you working with brands already? How are you able to be consistent on YouTube? Where do you see your channel in 5 years? Okay, no, I'm not working with brands yet, but it's something that I want. My dream, guys, can we make sure that one day I get to work with poetry? Yo, that would be so good. Yeah, that would be lovely. A brand that I work with now and then is Gizia South Africa. I haven't shown you much of their clothes. I think last I had the leopard print dress. So I wear their clothes. They dress me for special occasions, and even some of my, special but day-to-day kind of things I do. But yeah, the more famous ones like your poetry, definitely I would love to and get paid for it. Yeah, that's my dream. Skincare and fragrance, there's no need because I'm still like within. I feel like it will be conflict of interest with the company I work with right now that pays my 9 to 5, but clothing, I'm open to anyone, so if you want to dress me and pay me for it, I've got you. How are you able to be consistent on YouTube? I really enjoy YouTube. It's my escape. I mean, right now it's Friday, it's 5 o'clock, and I am competing with the sun to record this video because I enjoy it. It's become such a safe space. When my 9 to 5 stresses me, I look forward to my weekend or after work so I can create content. I really love it. You guys have been giving me good feedback, so it makes me feel like I'm in the right direction. I plan my content as well. I think that's what helps me to be consistent, and the fact that I've got a schedule that I post on Wednesdays and Saturdays, and if I'm not posting on Wednesday, you definitely know you might get something on Saturday, or I will apologize. So it's not random. So I think that I treat it like a job, that there's a schedule to be followed. Where do I see my channel in 5 years? In 5 years, sure guys, 5 years is far, but it's also close. I definitely need to be over 50K subscribers by then. I would like to see myself saying, hi guys, today's video is sponsored by XYZ. I definitely want to do that. I want to see myself collaborating with international YouTubers over 40, all of those kind of things. Like, I've got all those dreams that, but for me, as you've seen, my passion is really with the over 40 gang, because I know we're underrepresented and I want more of us to be in the space. Hence, I'm always promoting it because, time was not on our side and we've discovered this thing, so I want us to flourish. Okay, you guys, I don't know how long I've been talking. Wangi says, top 5 things you'd gift your man. You said you're a giver. Also, your aura is beautiful, TK. Thank you, Wendy. I appreciate it so much. 5 top things I would give my man. Well, first of all, you must know your man, okay? You must know him. And I see a lot of times women don't know what to give to a person, especially if the man is more moneyed, and they're always thinking things of value. But it's sometimes about creating a need or being cute. So I'll give an example of the last time I really gifted a man majorly. So that was when I was married. So I was cute about it because I'm extra, And so what I did is, guys, I'm exposing myself. This is just an idea to be cute, right? So we were both gym fanatics. So, he was well built and everything like that. And he squats. So if I say a man squats, you already know his physique, right? So I went to Typo and I saw there were these mugs. This mugs was in the shape of a butt. So 14 days before his birthday, because the birthday was going to be on the 14th, I started giving him gifts like every few days. So day 1, it was a love letter and this mug, and and I said what I said, in that. So that was cute. It's sentimental kind of thing. I knew his favorite brand, so I started shopping for that. But what made it difficult with him is because he was a shopper himself and had style, so it was very stressful. But the fact that I got the brand right, already got the style right, that helped as well. Also, being a public speaker, I realized he didn't have a clicker, so I bought him a clicker that when he's doing presentations, he's able to click and point and everything like that. So I think you need to study your person and not think they've got money or you don't know. Find a way. I mean, the most established or financially established man that I ever dated, I bought him a gown from Woolworths, and this is over 10 years ago. I mean, I told you guys in one of my videos the other day that he said he still had that good quality. He never thought to get himself an extra gown. I gave him that. Obviously has never had to replace it. You just find things that are sentimental and cute. Fragrances are always a good idea if you want your man to smell good and everything. But I think the main thing is to know your person and find cute, sentimental things to buy them, If it's socks, go and buy from, a brand that you think they will appreciate. Remember when there was Happy Socks? those were great gifts and everything. I know guys are tired of socks. Pair that with something else. Okay? Cool. I think it's getting dark now. I might have to wrap up. Let me just pause and see. Okay, so I still have a lot more questions. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a part 2. We will record that another day. So it will definitely be shortly, a few days after the one that you are seeing now. So don't worry about it. Just getting dark. And I want to also announce the winner of our 1,000 subscribers giveaway. I'm going to put the picture here so you guys can see it. Congratulations to Makoto Mabote. She is at day 1. She's been here. She's been going for these what do you call it? These giveaways. And in the past, it's been fellow YouTubers who've won. So this time, it is a YouTube consumer, a YouTube viewer, a YouTube watcher who is getting it. I hope you'll enjoy this gift. It's my way to say thank you. Thank you for your loyalty. Thank you for always showing up, you know, whether it's hearts or actually just commenting in detail. I really appreciate it. And everyone who engaged with me when I asked why you wanted to win this gift. I appreciate it so much. And I'm so sorry that I can't give to everyone. I wish I had more things I would definitely give to everyone. But if you get me to 5,000, I definitely will put something in it. You know, maybe even add a fragrance for you guys. So yeah, but yeah, everyone's going through such a tough time. You know, I didn't think you guys will tell me all those stories where I see like, sure, you know, it's a lot that everyone is going through. And yeah, I hope things will look up for you guys one day. And yeah, but I really appreciate even while you're going through such a difficult time in your life, guys, you're still coming through to watch my channel. But once again, Makoto, thank you, and I appreciate your loyalty. Okay, that's it. I'll see you on part 2.